Good evening, folks. Thanks a lot for joining this boot camp, where you're going to primarily talk about how to plan your career towards top tech companies, right? Specifically focused on software engineering and computer science jobs, right? We'll get started. My name is Rathina. I am actually one of the co-founders at Crio, right? Crio is actually part of Skill-Lync group of companies, primarily focused on providing software engineering related programs. Okay, we'll get started in like few minutes. At 7:05 we'll exactly start. I think while you're waiting for other folks to join in, I'd like to hear from all of you in terms of which city you're joining from. Today I'm joining from Bangalore, right? And I work at Crio. Okay, can you just type in the chat which city you join us from today? And what do you do? Do you work currently, or are you studying? Or are you looking for graduated, looking for a job? Can you just quickly type in the chat? I'll introduce myself in a couple of minutes. I think it will be good to understand where all of you are joining us from today. Okay, Bangalore, Pune, Delhi. Okay, you have people joining from Bhopal, Indore, Nasik, Jammu. Okay, Jabalpur. It's amazing to see people coming from almost all states, I guess, today. Kerala, Varda, okay, Bangalore, Hyderabad, okay, Akola, okay, Hubli, Srinagar. I'm really happy to see people coming from across the country. 7:02, we'll start in a couple of minutes. What are other folks? I see response from probably 50 of you. We have almost 400 plus audience today. I would love to hear from all of you. Jalna, Varanasi, okay, Chennai, Mumbai, okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot for joining. Right. Okay. Okay. Abbas working as a DevOps engineer. Okay. Cool. I think let's get started. Right. So let me spend a couple of minutes introduce myself. Right. So welcome again. I'm going to be your host for today's boot camp. My name is Rathinamurthy. I'm actually one of the co-founders at Crio. Crio is a Skill-Lync group of companies primarily focused on software engineering and computer science related programs. Right. My background, I've been a product developer in the early part of my career. Right. Started my career in 2005 or so. Have close to 17 years of experience in the industry. Post being an engineer myself, after my MBA, I moved into product management in software companies. Right. Worked with few startups. One of them ended up becoming a very large company, which was Flipkart. So before starting Crio, I was working at Flipkart as senior director of product management, leading Flipkart's marketplace business. Right. Yeah, I think Crio I kind of founded along with a few friends who were working in similar kind of top product companies like Google, NetApp, Motorola, right, across India as well as US. Right. So being on the other side, hired hundreds of developers, manage large teams, right? We understand what does it take, what do companies expect, and we see a huge opportunity. We saw a huge opportunity 4 years back, even today, in terms of how people learn, how potentially we can help a lot of Indian engineers to get qualified to be a top-notch software engineers, right? Which is what kind of motivated us to start Crio. And we are very happy to say we are kind of backed by some of the top Indian tech veterans, right? Vinny Bansal, who is co-founder at Flipkart, is an investor at Crio, right? Some of the Udaan co-founders of Cult, right? You would have seen Cult, CureFit, right? And on top of it, Crio is part of a Skill-Lync group of companies, which is backed by Y Combinator and investors like Iron Pillar, right? And we are also recognized as India's top 50 disruptive startups for our very unique learning methodology, right? And we are very proud to say that we are India's best work-like experience learning platform for tech careers, right? You'll understand what I mean by that upcoming slides, right? And some of the top tech companies in India, like companies like Flipkart, PhonePe, Jio, Visa, all of these companies trust Crio for training their own hires they make from colleges, right? Which is a great validation for the kind of curriculum we have and the methodology we have, right? And I think that's quick introduction about Crio, right? So I was just checking, I was looking at the application, the registrations all of you have done, right? And trying to understand kind of, 1 second. I think while you're talking, I want all of you to just quickly fill this up, right? We're going to have kind of personalized career plan shared with all of you, which will say what is the minimum guaranteed CTC we can give if you go through our program, even otherwise, what is the plan you could have, right? So if you could share your some career interest as well as profile information in the form I shared, we'll come back with a personalized career plan with all of you, right? Keep filling that parallelly, right? So today, the agenda for today is going to be primarily talking about how like Crio and Skill-Lync can actually help you transform your career, right? And we're also going to talk about how to get a great software engineering job in top tech companies, right? So we have helped thousands of people in the past. We're going to share the 5-step framework, which is going to help you to find your dream job in a top tech companies, right? That's what you're going to focus on, right? Before we move on there, I was just quickly checking, right? All your profiles, right? Where you're coming from, right? Based on your registration, right? I understand some of you, I saw some of you talking about working in DevOps, working in IT. I see a lot of you also working in non-IT background. I see a lot of students, and some of you are already graduated looking for your first job, right? I see few of you also back from work, right? You worked already in the industry, but you took a break for whatever reason, you want to come back, right? All of you are here, right, on a Friday evening for a reason, right? What unites all of you? What brings all of you here, right? If I talk about it, one thing which is common for all of you is to desire to do something better in career, right? Which improves your earning potential and quality of work, right? I think that's kind of the unifying factor across all of you. The good news is we have guided thousands of aspirants like you to success, okay? And in fact, if you actually look at top probably 500 companies in the country, you will find a Crio grad working in almost all companies. Any company you name it, Jumbo Tile, Squad Stack, Grab, Amazon, No Broker, Arcesium, any company you name it, at least you'll find one Crio grad working there, right? I think to just talk about like our performance in terms of placements, right? In fact, last month we have celebrated 1,000 placements, right? The working professionals who've gone through Crio program have landed with almost 128% average hike. The student graduates who have gone through this landed with 10.7 lakh average CTC. The highest one, of course, it's not an Indian one, it's an international offer. Someone had from Google London. It was 1.03 crore, right? It is not to say that all of you can get 1.03 crore. That may not be true, right? But our curriculum is actually have the potential to enable someone to this extent, right? Almost 500 plus companies have hired Crio grads so far, okay? And if you look at it, we have Crio grads working across almost all kinds of companies. It's 20 plus unicorns in India, which are billion-dollar valuation companies, almost all top MNCs, right? Amazon, Microsoft, Google, Arcesium, Oracle, Grab, any company you name it, you'll find a Crio grad working there. 100 plus growing startups, right? Almost all large consulting companies in digital roles will have Crio grads actually working there, right? That's kind of what we feel very, very proud about, right? Today, right, based on all this insight, as I mentioned, we celebrated 1,000 placements last month, right? Based on all these insights of helping students, people working in the industry, right? We have come up with this 5-step framework for top tech jobs. Today, as part of this boot camp, we are going to go through this 5-step framework, which is going to help you to plan step by step what is required for you to make your career in a top tech companies. Does it make sense? Right? So we have enough insights, right? We have enough credibility, right? We have curated the insights to actually present to all of you, right? for you to understand what does it take for someone to land a top tech job. Okay. Does it make sense? Can you all respond in the chat? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? You're good? Okay. I think all of you are actually spending time on a Friday evening, right? We definitely want to make it useful for all of you. Okay. So if you have to, it's not your college professor, right? I think we are here to actually make something useful for you, make something valuable for you, right? If you make it interactive, I think it will be, you'll gain maximum out of this session. Okay. Can you all respond? Only one person is saying yes. What about others? Can you all hear me? Yeah, I think you're here you could have very well gone out for a movie, right? But you're here. We want to make sure you are getting the maximum benefit out of this. Great. Let's get started, right? So let's understand what is this 5-step framework for top tech jobs. Okay. Let's talk about first step. Let's talk about first step, right? So this webinar is all about how to land a top tech job. Okay. So now, for you to land a top tech job, you need to be aware about the opportunities out there, right? First of all, you need to discover what is possible, what are the type of companies are out there, what are the typical salary ranges a software engineer get paid, what are the roles and tech stacks in demand, right? How can I get there? It's very, very important, right? Sometimes people just say, I want to go there, I want to join Google, right? I don't know what does it take to do there, right? I don't even know. Let's say if I ask, what kind of companies you want to join? And I'm sure all of you are here because you're interested in building a career in software development, right? Can you all type in what is your dream company? Can you all type in what is your dream company? Google, IBM, Microsoft, okay. Facebook, Oracle, okay. TCS, okay. Meta, Maruti Suzuki, Deloitte, okay. Okay, my own company, that's best. Okay, I like you. Okay, Apple. Keep it coming. Right, let's talk about what are the type of companies are out there. Let's spend some 5 minutes. Okay, have you folks heard about man companies? What is man companies? Abbas, you tell me. Type it out. What is man companies? These are top product companies across the globe. Okay, which includes Meta, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. These are the companies who actually pay the top-notch salary as well as quality of work. This is one category of companies. Okay, that's not all, right? So India has 100 plus unicorns. Do you guys know what is unicorn? Can someone type what is unicorn? India has 100 plus unicorns. What are those unicorns? Okay, unicorn is a company with the $1 billion market cap. You're right. Example, Swiggy, Ola, Flipkart, right? Yeah, Physics Wala, I think, became unicorn. Udaan, Grow, lot of companies, right? Lot of companies. Not just finance based, across the industries, companies, tech companies which has more than $1 billion valuation. Grow, Udaan, Swiggy, all of that, right? All these companies all called unicorn. Lenskart is a unicorn. You're right, right? So India has, it's not just man companies. We have 100 plus unicorns, 105 or so unicorns in India. All of these companies pay top-notch salary. We'll come to the salary part. Then you have series A, B, C, D startups. What is this? These are all venture capital funded startups. Okay. They've all raised a good amount of funding, right? They're all growing. Can somebody give an example for series A, B kind of startup? Skill-Lync is a series B startup. Okay. Then You have 1,200 plus FAMPay Series B. Yes, you're right, Uday. Right? You have 1,200 plus global captive centers in India. Can anyone tell me what is a global? Give us an example of global captive centers in India. Global captive centers. India has 1,200 plus global captive centers in India. Anybody can give any example? Give me one company name. What is global captive centers? Sony, yes. Sony, Walmart, Tesco, HSBC, right? Do you see Walmart stores in India? Do you see, let's say Ronald, like you see Walmart stores, probably a few. Bosch, right? These are all global companies. You have like for example, you have companies like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley. These are all may not have retail operations in India, right? These are all global companies. It could be global banks. It could be global automobiles providers, Airbus, Boeing. All the global companies are setting up their India office, tech office in India to leverage the talent India has. Okay, we have 1,200 plus Dell. Yes, all of these global companies have office in India, right? These companies also do great work, right? And what are the consulting companies in India? You have Accenture, you have IBM, you have even TCS Digital, right? All of these companies do a good quality development work in India, right? Sutherland may not do development work, okay? So these are the type of companies. When you think about, I want to get into software industry, right? You need to be aware what are the type of companies out there, what do each companies do, and what is the interview process. Okay, we'll talk about all of that. Second, salaries, right? Before this, can someone tell me what will be an average salary of, what is the highest salary? What is the highest salary a software engineer who graduates in 2022 would have got in India? Let's take an example. Somebody who joins from 4 crore from IIT, okay, around 1 lakh, okay. 4 LPA, 2 crore, okay. I think even we had a graduate who got 1.05 crore, but I think let's leave it. This is a top 1%. Leave that. So this is the real data. People with 1 to 3 years of experience working in India, this data is coming from LinkedIn. Okay, LinkedIn has a product called LinkedIn Salaries, which actually has this data. Okay, the lowest salary starts from 3 lakh. Median is 7 lakh. The 90 percentile is around 17.5 lakhs. Okay, so this is possible. Median is 7 lakh. That is achievable, right? And if you really do well, you can go up to even the right side. Again, people with 3 to 5 years of experience working in Bangalore in software, in lead software engineer roles, minimum get 7.2 lakhs. Median salary is 16 lakhs. And highest 90 percentile is around 30 lakhs. 5 to 10 years, 11 lakh, 25 lakhs, 40 lakhs. If you look at it, people who are working in IT role without a core development work, they're doing some maintenance work, they're doing some system administration work. Their salary is plotted on this blue line. Let's say after 8 years, 10 years, they'll be getting 8 to 10 lakhs, 12 lakhs. People who are doing development role with a medium skill, their salary is plotted in this red line. They get almost 3x. People who are really highly skilled, they start at 17 lakh, right? But the blue line guy don't get 17 lakh even after 10 years. There is so much difference in the salary and earning potential based on skills. Got it? You start at 3 lakhs. So if you upskill yourself, I'm not saying suddenly you go from 3 lakh to 17 lakh, but you have to move to the next orbit. You have to move to the next orbit, right? Imagine someone working in this blue line. In 10 years, the guy who's working in the red line itself would have earned more than 1 crore extra, which completely changes somebody's lifestyle, what they can afford. It's not just salary, also even quality of work. Salary represents the quality of work, right? So this session is primarily focused on talking about opportunities in the IT industry, how we can help you to do that. Okay. Now, I hope you got a glimpse of what are the type of companies out there and what are the type of salary ranges possible for someone to do it. It's very, very important for you to do as a first step, right? Without that clarity, just saying I'll go to Amazon does not help. You need to understand what type of companies exist, what do these companies ask, and what is the salary level under each bucket. Okay. Second immediate thing is you need to set a goal. Okay. When I say I need to set a goal, everybody says I'll go to Google. Right? I think there's someone actually asked in the chat box, I'm from a tier 3 company, can I go to Google directly? The answer is you may not as a first step. Okay. But you can do it in 2 steps. Right? First, you probably need to land a job, a good development job, which might actually pay you 6 lakhs to 8 lakhs. From there, you can go to Google. Right? Today, Google may not shortlist you. We'll come to that. Right? But talking about goals, it's very important for each of you to have a goal. Like you have a vision. I want to go there to Google. It may take 2 years, it may take 3 years. But it's very important for all of you to set a goal. What do I want to do in next 12 months? What kind of company I should go? Right? When I should go? It should be very, very specific goal, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. The reason I'm saying is, let's say if you're not from computer science background, or if you're not studied well computer science in the college, it will take a lot of effort to improve your skill set. Right? There is no easy path, but it is definitely possible. If you don't have a very clear goal, you will not sustain the effort. Got it? Post that, it's important to understand, kind of diagnose. Okay? Diagnose, where do you stand with respect to multiple things? Let's say if you want to go to any software company, let's say you want to go to Amazon, or you want to go to a startup. Okay? Does your profile has relevant projects? Do you have any exposure to programming? Do you have any exposure to coding? What is your problem solving ability? Do you know what is data structures? Do you know what is system design? It's very, very important to diagnose and understand where you stand with respect to all of this. I think that is where someone like Crio comes into picture, right? Post that, you need to plan. The plan is not the same for everyone. It has to be personalized based on your expertise, current expertise, as well as goal, right? If you don't know programming language, you can't go and build a castle. You have to first learn programming language, right? Then you need to build projects to build your experience. You need to improve your problem solving skills, right? You need to improve your foundations, right? That's how you need to make a plan, right? Now I'm going to talk about how Crio helps someone to make this plan. Okay. For example, we have something called Crio Fellowship program in software development. Okay. It is a career transition program with a job guarantee. It can take anywhere between 6 to 9 months, right? Where it helps someone to gain work experience through projects. It helps someone to learn extensive data structures and algorithms. It helps someone to get developer foundations and system design, helps them to prepare for interviews and refer them and get them a job. All of this is done through live working sessions conducted by industry mentors working in some top tech companies. Okay. Now, what does gaining work-life experience means and why do we need it? It's a very important question, right? Let's say you're not from IT background or you don't have any relevant experience, right? Do you think, for example, if you think about it, sorry, one second. If you think about it, for example, let's say, let's take this example. Okay. You don't have any relevant experience, right? And do you think anyone will shortlist you? Right? For example, if you apply for a company without any relevant experience, right? How would anyone shortlist you? That is the first problem you have to solve, right? If your CV is not even shortlisted, you don't even have an opportunity to talk to someone, right? That is the first problem Crio solves, right? Crio, the reason we say it's a work experience based learning platform, we actually simulate the work experience for the users in our platform. Okay. It's almost similar to you doing an internship in top tech companies. You'll get a similar learning experience, right? And for example, you'll take an avatar of a developer working in a company like Flipkart, and you'll build projects similar to that, right? For example, if you go through Crio Fellowship program, full stack specialization, You'll work on 7 work-like projects. These are not toy projects. If you go through backend specialization in Java, you'll do 6 work-like projects. Okay. These projects are industry quality projects. For example, you'll build something like Make My Trip. Okay. It will work. You can deploy and show it to somebody. Right. You will build something like Google News. This is built by one of our user named Vamshi. The other one is built by someone named Shreya. Right. You'll build something like a Amazon front end and back end. Right. All these projects are industry standard projects. You will build it like the way the top company engineers build. We call this micro experience. Similarly, if you go through backend, you'll build something like a Zomato backend. Got it? With this, anybody who's aspiring, their CV gets completely transformed with all this real proof of work. Let's say if you're saying I'm from non-IT background, how do I get in? Yeah, if you just want to get in, why would anyone call you for an interview first of all? Doing this will make sure I am from non-IT background, but I have worked for last 6 months, done all of these projects. It's there in my CV, right? It gives you a natural license for you to get interviewed, first of all. Okay. First thing is to get, we have seen people who have done Crio projects get 3 to 4x better shortlist ratio compared to the other users. We have repeatedly seen this. Okay. And all the work you do in Crio, I don't know how many of you know what is GitHub. All the work gets stored in something what we call as GitHub. Okay. Which is like I'm sure you would have seen Google Photos for photos, right? GitHub is where all the code gets stored. And you get a verified GitHub portfolio, which you can actually showcase to the potential employers, right? Which is the primary thing. We don't believe in certificates and all of that, right? This is a real proof of work. There's nothing better than this, right? Now, let's say you've done this. You've done this, you added amazing projects in your CV, which are real life project. Your GitHub is looking great. Let's say companies are shortlisting you. Okay. Can someone tell me what is the first round of interview in any top tech company for a developer role? What will be the first round of interview? What will be the first round of interview? Aptitude. Okay. Testing. Aptitude. Online assessment. BSA. It is not aptitude. Most of the top tech companies, right? There are some people are right. People are saying competitive programming, DSA. So data structures and algorithms is the first round. There is no face-to-face interview. They'll send you a link. You have to open your camera like this. You have to take a test. If you don't clear a coding test, no human will talk to you. So Crio has extensive data structures and algorithm curriculum, where we do 30 plus live working sessions with industry mentors who work in companies like Walmart Labs, Cred, Amazon, Microsoft, ShareChat, Flipkart, all of this. Right? All of this, they've cracked some top tech interviews, they're going to come and teach you. Right? We cover from basics, logic building, space complexity, time complexity. We cover arrays, stack, queue, hash, heap, all the advanced data structures also. Now with this, when you get a test, so first of all, you did projects, right? You get shortlisted. Now somebody sends you a test. You're able to clear the test. What happens next? What is the next round? Can someone tell me what is the next round? Tell me what is the next round? Business discussion. No business discussion. You're going for a software developer role. Technical round, yes. For that, you need to know some developer foundations. You need to know design, right? We'll teach you all of that. Developer foundation. What is HTTP? What is REST API? What is deployment? What is Linux? What is Git? What is SQL? What is low-level design? What is high-level design? How does database is designed? What is solid principles? All of this. Because you yourself are doing all this project, you'll have a lot more hands-on understanding. On top of it, we do very specific interview prep. We do timed mock assessments, right? We do mock interviews conducted by industry experts, 2 mock interviews, and you'll get a recorded video of that. You'll get your profile gets reviewed, your LinkedIn gets reviewed, you'll get a career counseling, right? And you'll get referred to the Crio hiring partners you have, and you'll also get help to apply on your own. And based on your profile, we also provide you assured referrals, sometimes with minimum guaranteed CTC or without minimum guaranteed CTC. We'll give assured referrals, right? Now tell me, how confident are you if you spend your 6 to 8 months time on something like this rigorously, sincerely, right? Do you think actually you can crack your dream company? How confident are you now? I'm not saying with the current skill set. If you spend 6 to 8 months in a program like this, do you think you can crack your dream company? Give me a rating 1 out of 10, 1 to 10. How confident are you? 6, okay, 10, 5, 8, 8, 4, 7, 4, 4, 4, 5. I would say it is 7 or 8, okay? Because we are very, very confident it will work. One biggest variable in this is you should be willing to commit. You should be willing to commit 15 hours per week minimum. And if you're able to spend full time, you should be willing to commit 30 hours per week. Or if you're spending part time, you should be able to commit 15 hours per week. Got it? And all of the sessions will be delivered by live working sessions. Got it? I think that's what we do. That's how we help you to plan. Right? So now, talking about kind of the profile you have, right? So I would want all of you to just fill this link, right? We'll be able to come back to you. We'll be able to come back to you with what is the minimum guaranteed CTC each of you can get, and what is the salary each of you can actually go to. Okay. Now I'm going to take some time, talk about how the Crio platform works, right? And also, one second. How Crio platform actually works. I'll also send you a link for all of you, right? I'll also send you a link for all of you, so you can also experience the Crio platform. Okay. Give me a second. I'll show you how Crio platform works first, right? I'll share my screen. Hope you can see my screen, right? So as I mentioned, for them, Crio is not a platform where you do something theoretically. Okay, you've come there first. You say, I don't know programming, right? You need to learn programming. So we start with helping you to learn language foundations. Okay, this is how Crio platform looks like. You will see very basic things, finding two numbers. How do you do? You can code here, right? All of this. If you have any questions, you can ping. You have a chat with technical support. They'll respond to you within 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes from morning 11 to evening 11. Okay. So you have a bunch of problems like this. You watch videos and you attend live sessions and you keep going through these problems. Let's say you improve your problem solving skills. After that, I told you, you have to learn technical concepts. We have something called a Byte. Byte is a micro learning experience where you'll do something like this. Small 1 hour exercise. You'll have some hints. You can look at the hints. You can unlock. Then you start doing things one by one. Then you'll start doing something called micro experience. I'll explain you this in detail. Okay. Micro experience is like working in a real company. For example, this is called Q Money. What is this Q Money? This is almost similar to working in a Zero.Da or Grow, where you'll have a full project context. All the task breakdown, like the way in the top companies work, it's there, right? You also get a virtual machine, which is Amazon AWS virtual machine. Okay. You also have a Git repository. Okay. Crio gives you a Git repository where you can store all your code, which is what reflects as a profile. Let's say once you complete all of this, real time your portfolio gets built. When your portfolio will look something like this. This guy has have 2 verified skills. He has built a mini project, right? My name is this. You'll have a personalized portfolio like this. Okay. Coming back to this Q money, which is a micro experience. Okay. Where you will have a bunch of tasks. Okay. I'll repeat. I'll go slow. Okay. So as I mentioned, if you come to Crio, first, if you don't know programming, it's optional, right? You learn language foundations. Okay. Where Crio has a platform where you can code, you'll get help, you'll have live sessions, you have support, everything. Do you understand this now? I'll go step by step. If you don't know programming, without knowing programming, you can't do anything. First, you learn language foundations, which will happen through live sessions, integrated platform we have, which is kind of learn by doing platform we have, and help. Do all of you understand how you learn language here? Is it clear? Yes, no, maybe? Yes, only Shivam says yes. What about others? So you will spend 1 or 2 months to improve your language skills itself. Without programming language skills, how do you do? How do you do other things? Okay, now you learned language. You need to learn a lot of software engineering concepts. Yeah, there will be live classes. Every week, there will be 3 live classes, minimum. Okay. If you're doing full time, you get to attend 6 live classes also. It happens every day in the evening. I'll come to the enrollment part. Okay. Now, after learning programming, next step, let's go to the next step. What do I tell you? You need to do. Yes, there will be live classes. If you're a weak student, there will be support. You can go to the technical support. You can chat with them. If there's a complex thing, they will get on a call with you or a video call or a Google Meet or a Zoom. Okay. Then you will do projects. Project is called what in Crio? I'll come to the cost. Yes, there will be doubt sessions. You're right. Clear? Yeah. So after learning the programming, you learn something called bytes. I told you, which is what is that? Learning a particular software engineering concepts. Let's say REST API is a concept. Further, you'll have micro skilling exercises, which is hands-on exercises, where you learn specific concept. You learn Git, you learn Linux, you learn small concepts through micro skilling exercises. Because you need to learn small skills before you start building projects. You can't build projects directly, right? Is it clear for everyone? Do you understand what is byte? Do you understand what is byte? Yes, there will be a recordings after you attend the class as well. You're right. No, not byte 8 bits. Yeah, that is actual byte. I'm saying we call this as a byte in Crio. Yeah, it's not the actual 8-bit byte. It's a content. It's a micro skilling activity. Is it clear, Shivam? Now, after this, you do series of projects. We call this projects a micro experience. I'll show you this project for you. Okay, I'll show you this project. I told you, you build a project like Q Money, which is like a Zerodha or Grow, where you will get a virtual machine like this. Okay, you'll code like this. You'll code in your browser. You get a full-fledged machine like this where you can code. You don't need to install anything in your local software. You need to have a laptop. You need to have an internet connection. A reasonable laptop. You don't need to install anything locally. All the software required for you to do the programming, install, pre-install comes to you. You get a Git repository where you store all your code. Got it? After this, we have something called externship. What is externship? These are projects given by real companies. We have externships from companies like Cred, AWS, Grow, Jumbo Tail, all of these companies. Right? What do students lack? You lack experience. You need real life examples. There's nothing better than working on a real problem by a real company, right? The company will not give you mentorship, but Crio will give mentorship, right? So Cred at Max can give internship for only 10 people, right? That is why we have got a problem statement from Cred. We offer it to 1,000 people. That's why we call it externship, right? And if you do externship, it adds value to your profile. Do all of you understand what is externship now? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, no? Any questions? So this is how we help people to go through and build their profile. Got it? Now, if you ask me, how did we help people? What kind of people we helped with? Right? We helped, as I told, thousands of people. Okay, I'll share you this link. You can actually go and watch this yourself also, or you can go to YouTube, go to Crio.Do and ask for Crio My Story. We have helped people from non-IT background, non-CS background to go to development background. Let me peel this, right? Play this for you. For example, this particular user.
I was looking for some experience, some internship, something to put on the resume that was concrete.
He is from biotech background.
A friend / mentor of mine actually recommended Crio to me. Looking at the program and knowing that I required it, I was all in. Crio curriculum actually sounded pretty perfect, considering that they would give me resources. They would point me to where I can go and learn as much in depth as I can. And they would also give me exposure.
We have students, right? We have students from mechanical background.
As a mechanical graduate, completely out of the interest for coding pulled me through Crio. I've seen a lot of boot camps and stuff. Learn by doing stuff was actually completely new, because I've never seen a platform like that where you have some micro experiences. Through Crio, I mean, you get a sneak peek of what happens like in real world. You get the hands-on experience, what to do, what not to do, how to do, the way to have some proper curriculum or a daily regime to.
Right, he's from mechanical engineering background, right? Let's look at, right? We have people from completely non-IT background, right? For example, let's look at this guy, right? He is from, let's listen to his story.
Basically, I'm an eligible background guy. I ran my clinic for 4 years and it was good, but it was not challenging. I used to love playing with computer. It was a 360-degree turn for me. I started learning coding on my own. JavaScript was very problematic to me at the beginning. I was not thinking I will get it.
He was a dentist.
I thought that
He was a dentist, right? So you can all go and watch. I'm sure you'll find someone like you, right? So we have people from all kinds of backgrounds. So there are people, for example, we have some students who had huge career gap, a lot of backlogs. Look at this guy.
There was a huge gap in my academics and I was not even eligible for interviews. But after I came to Crio, I was getting shortlisted for the interviews, and to crack the interview also, everything I learned was useful. It took me near about 8 years to complete engineering. So I was not eligible for any placement in college, at least for the first 6 months. Later I came to know that we did good internships.
Right. So we have all kinds of people very, very happy and proud to say that we helped them to make a change in their career. Right. So if anyone wanting to build a career in software engineering, right, and willing to put effort, it can vary anywhere between 6 to 8 months, 6 to 9 months based on the time you spend. We are very, very confident that we can make that career transition possible. Right. And as I mentioned, for example, if you are interested to understand what is the path we can recommend to you, you can actually fill this survey. One, I think you'll get additional 10,000 scholarship for my session, right? It's not 1 lakh, it's 10,000, right? I fill extra 0 here. And you will get additional 10,000 scholarship, right? And you will get a personalized career plan from our admission counselors. Okay. I think someone asked about the price. The price actually, the list price of the programs actually starts from 2,30,000 rupees. You'll get 10,000 rupees scholarship for as part of the session if you fill this profile information, right? So that they can recommend you what is possible, what is not possible for you. Otherwise, on top of it, there'll be some assured scholarships. You can talk to your admission counselors; they'll guide you appropriately. Okay. So that's kind of the last step of the 5-step framework, right? It's not about just discovering, setting the goals, diagnosing and planning. It's all about doing, right? And if you're looking for a career in software engineering, this is the right time for you to get started. I think filling this profile information could be a starting point where our team can get in touch with you and guide you further. Okay, that's pretty much I had as a structured content, right? I think now we have some time, right? I can actually take questions. I can help you understand any questions you have, any clarifications you have. Keep putting in the chat. I think I'll start going through one by one. Can BA, BSc, BCom student join the full stack development course? Yes, you can join, right? You should be willing to spend 6 to 9 months to improve your coding skills and work really hard. Okay, that is a prerequisite is one. And if you're willing to work hard, the job opportunities for 3-year degree students, you should be willing to take starting from 3 lakhs. Okay, but once you start, spend 18 months to 24 months in a job. After that, nobody cares about what you've done before that. Okay, so if you're really interested in building software engineering career, have that willingness to put 6 to 9 months of work, right? Then start probably 3 to 4 lakhs kind of a job, then grow from there. How do we enroll this? I think just fill this profile form. Our team can actually come back to you probably tomorrow itself, and they'll guide you from further. Is this important for first year BTech CSE student? This could be a great start, right? Of course, when you do this in first year, I think you'll have an edge over everyone else. Okay, you might be able to go for a good internship by end of second year itself, right? So we teach from beginning. Even if you're a first year, second year student, definitely you can do it. You'll have an edge over all your peers. I'm sure you'll be able to land a great placement either in campus or off campus, and we can also guide you when you're upon graduation. I'm actually pursuing BCA, basically hands-on every basic programming language. How do I feel my way? The thing actually will work hands-on. So I think the problem with a lot of students is you don't get your hands dirty, right? You can study n number of times, n number of books, watch videos. Unless you start doing, you start struggling with doing, you will not improve, right? So I would recommend, definitely, even if you're a BCA student, you can do it as same thing is applicable, right? Certificate will be shared for the people who attended for the full workshop, right? You don't need to worry about it. Even if you're a new member, you can actually fill this survey form. Our team will get in touch with you. Any other questions? Any other questions about your career? Right? Any questions you have about how to land a job in a top tech company, or any questions you have about your specific background, you have some doubts, feel free to put it in the chat box. We'll help you. We have some time. Yeah, Diganda, it's possible, right? I understand you completed post-graduation in physics. As I told, if you don't have any programming background, you should be willing to put 6 to 9 months of hard work. After that, it may take 3 to 6 months of job search, right? I'm saying the worst case because it's important career decision. I want to make sure you understand the worst case, okay? But it's definitely possible. We have dentists becoming software developers. I'm sure you can definitely do. Your third year mech student, I want to learn about data science. Will Crio help us with that? So you have data science programs in PG in Skill-Lync. You can explore that. How to improve programming skills? It's a great question, right? So programming is a skill you can only learn by doing. Okay, you have to learn the basics, start doing it, it will improve, right? Which is what I think we're going to help you with. Uday, yeah, I think going through a structured program like this can help you to improve your skill set in a very structured way. Even otherwise, right? Generally, start coding from first year. Focus only on improving your coding skills. Start building small projects. That's a way to build your career. ChatGPT will make developer jobs easier. It will not take over developer jobs, right? So human have value on top of it. What is the future of Python? Python is a good language to be a developer. Yeah. Neeraj, you can do it if you have an interest to do it. If you have very basic mathematical knowledge, if you have a ability to understand English and do it, you can do it. You should be willing to work hard. If you don't get a job after 9 months, so Crio has two things. One is called program fee. Second is called success fee. You'll only pay a program fee, which is 2,30,000 rupees minus a scholarship. If you don't get a job within 6 months of completing the program, you don't need to pay the success fee. The success fee is kind of 40,000 rupees. I'll show you the price. Give me a second. I'll show you the price of the program. Yeah, this is the program price, right? So we have something called fellowship program in premium edition, which is sufficient for most of you, or we have fellowship program in advanced version. The fellowship program in premium starts from 2,30,000 rupees. On top of it, you'll get assured scholarships. This is called program fee, which you need to pay to go through the live program, get all the mentorship. Then we have something called outcome fee, which is success fee. If you get a job less than 20 lakhs, you need to pay 20,000 rupees. If you get a job more than 20 lakhs, you need to get 40,000 rupees. So there'll be a team within Crio who will actually work to earn this money even after you enroll it. So the price structure is clear for everyone. Is price structure clear to you? Any questions you have? Cool. Any other questions, folks? How to know interest in some centers? I don't understand your question, Trinath. It's an online course. It's completely online course. You need to have an internet. You need to have a laptop. Right? You should be willing to spend 15, 20 hours per week. So it's an investment somebody makes to build a strong career in. I think we have seen our learners actually get the money they invested within 1 year, almost 4 to 5x of what they invested within 1 year. Okay, it's an amazing investment for someone to build a great career in software engineering. That's how we look at this. Yeah, there's no offline classes. Everything is completely online. Any other questions, folks? Anybody else have any other questions? Any question generally you have about how to improve? Okay, how to improve communication skills? It's very important, right? Even for software engineering jobs. I think a good starting point would be start listening to English news, right? Or English YouTube channels, right? That'll be a good starting point. Right? If you have a close circle of friends, try talking to them. That's the best way for you to improve. I think if your university can provide you skill set and placements which can give you like 10 lakhs plus jobs, then you may not need this. Vishal, I think I understand a lot of students like you have gone through this. Investing in a program like this for 6 to 8 months can potentially help you match that skill gap so you can confidently build the career forward. Yeah. What is test cases in coding? Test cases are basically scenarios in which you want to test the particular program. We'll have group classes. We'll have up to 75 to 100 members in a session. Yeah. Recording is available anytime, but live sessions will happen at a scheduled time. How to improve coding skills? There's nothing. You just need to practice, curate a set of problems, and get help and practice again. There is no other shortcut, Manjula. Yeah. So you need a good mentor who can actually guide you. Then you need to go and practice. You need to face challenges, right? then solve it. Yeah. Kuldeep, it's not a public information. Yeah. This placement program will be available in any time. The most used programming language could be JavaScript or Java. So, yeah. Hope all of you have actually filled this survey, right? I'm going to again send it, right? If you actually send it, our team can actually help you. Whoever is interested in exploring Crio for making your career move, I would say you can actually go ahead and fill the survey, which will help our team to actually reach out to you and guide you further. Which language is more important? So you don't need to learn multiple languages, Harini. Learning one language is good enough. It could be JavaScript or Java, sufficient. Yeah. Hope it's helpful. I think there's a misconception in the college generally. I want to learn multiple languages. You don't need to learn multiple languages. One language, learn it very well. That's sufficient. So for this program, whatever program price I talked about, we have up to 36 months EMI. EMI will turn out to be around 5,000 rupees, 5,500 rupees per month. Yeah. We have 22 months EMI, no cost EMI also. Backend, Django, Flask, you can learn, Hemant, you can learn any of that. Or if you're learning full stack with Mern, like JavaScript, Node.js also is good approach. Yeah. Or if you're already comfortable in Python, learning Django or Flask is not a bad idea. You can do, Harini, you can do. Nowadays, a lot of companies use mostly Java or JavaScript. Python is also used. Python is used a lot for data science, not much for web development. Yeah. If you're going to go for higher studies, you're going to go for MS or MBA. Uda? Which higher studies you want to go? MS. Okay. Which country you want to go to? US? Which country you want to go? US. Okay. Yeah, I think if you want to, I think it's a job market, hiring situation, everything is not very different, right? The man companies are here also, there also. Okay. And what is required in terms of your strong computer science foundations, data sets and algorithms, all those things are very, very important even to get a job in US. In fact, if you're going for an MS, right, we have seen a lot of students. If you go there first semester, if you just finish the first semester itself, you have to get an internship there. There they'll ask all these interviews. Do you have experience building web application? You have experience in solving data science, data structure problem, all of that. Especially if you want to go for an MS, I don't know which year you're in. I think try to complete something like this before you go. It'll be really helpful to get an internship in the first year itself, then eventually a good full-time job. If you go for a US MS in computer science, then do fellowship program in software development premium version, which will be very, very helpful. We don't have any non-coding courses training. Yeah. Programmer side or developer side, sir? What do you mean? Developers do programming. Idhata, what do you mean by that? Developers do programming. Program is available, Snega, but I think the similar kind of pricing and the scholarships may not be available all the time. Yeah. Program will be available. Yeah. Cool. It is great talking to all of you. Right. I think all the best for your next career choice and career move. Right. And we believe Crio and Skill-Lync can be integral part of your career success. Right.